Anahuac, the alligator capital of Texas, the home of the Texas Gator Festival and the Anahuac Wildlife Refuge. Today, I'd like to take you on a journey to a local alligator hatchery and then to learn some facts about alligators at the Anawac Wildlife Refuge. Gator Galore, located in the heart of Southeast Texas, is locally owned and operated. They know that alligators are an important part of our overall ecosystem and they need to be managed as such. Did you know that when alligators hatch in the wild, only 3 to 5% survive to reach 4 feet in length? Well, Gator Galore works closely with Texas Parks and Wildlife and local landowners to collect eggs from nests using airboats, marsh buggies, and helicopters.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to GatorsGalore Incubator. This is our incubator that we put alligator eggs in and make baby alligators out of it. Brooke Kraehnke, Clay Dean, and Herbert Arishnik. The incubator is designed to control the temperature and the moisture so the eggs will hatch in the proper manner. We probably have a capacity for about 500 nests in this incubator. We don't have that many now. We've been hatching for 10 days or so, so we're down quite a bit. But Brooke, show them how you tell when they're hatching.
Okay, so each morning when we get here, we kind of shake the baskets and see which one is barking. We know that the babies are getting close to hatching, and we shake them and we have to listen. So this one's barking. So these guys are ready to come out today. And this is the nest stamp that it stays with the nest for the whole time. And we have to fill out paperwork for the state. So I'll uncover them like the mama would do in the wild. And these guys are ready to come out. There he is.
It's the grass that here is the nest material from the egg. Nest material from the wild. The mama gator pulls up the grass, the cane and all that. She breaks it up with her mouth. She beats it up. She mixes it with mud. She does all this to make a big mound that's a natural incubator. So it keeps these eggs at the correct temperature so they'll hatch. But also she is, a nice way to say it, she's defecating on it, doing all her business on this nest to help get the bacteria growing. And so it's an incubator and it helps break the shell down, because if we just pack this in, say, grass we mowed out here, it wouldn't break the shell down. It doesn't have all the bacteria growing. So, because this has been in the nesting material, the shell will be brittle. And you can see when we hit it, the outside breaks. So when this little gator's trying to get out, because the shell is brittle because of the breaking down the shell, he's able to poke his nose through there and get out. If mama hadn't done all that work, he couldn't get out of the egg. See, there he comes. And that's how. And on his nose here, he has a little horn, a little point. And that little point is what he uses to break the membrane in the shell with. So it's like a little glass breaker on the end. So that's why he's coming out head first with this little point. So Mother Nature has designed these little rascals in quite a fascinating way. Commercially, the alligator farms, in a way, are fooling Mother Nature, because in the wild, the gators only grow when they're not in hibernation. In an alligator farm, they're controlled temperatures and control the feed, so they're growing 12 months out of the year. So in the wild, what an alligator will grow in 4 years, they can achieve that in 18 months in a commercial alligator farm.
Where do the alligators go after they leave here?
Okay, after they leave here, they go to an alligator farm in Louisiana, and they're put into different pens, and it's regulated. They're fed every day. It's warm water, and they raise them up to about 3 or 4 foot, and they process them. The skins go for watch bands, purse straps. They probably keep the claws, the heads, everything is used. And then they keep all the meat and sell it.
There is nothing quite as cute as a baby alligator. We even got to meet some babies with a lighter color. Thank you, GatorsGalore, for the tour. Next up, the Anahuac Wildlife Refuge.
I'm Stephanie Martinez, and I'm from the Anawac National Wildlife Refuge in Anahuac, Texas. So here on the refuge, we have tons of alligators. It is one of the best places in the world to see an alligator. For instance, around our auto tour loop, which is called Shoveler Pond, we have counted over 100 alligators just in one loop around. It's 2.5 miles. And even on a bad day, you're almost guaranteed to see an alligator. So many times people ask, what's the difference between a crocodile and an alligator? So I'll tell you some. For one, an alligator's nostril is more U-shaped, and his has like an overbite. If this was a crocodile, it would be more narrow, like a V. And one of his bottom teeth would be sticking out on the side, kind of like that. Another difference is crocodiles are mainly in salt water, whereas alligators are mainly in fresh water. They do go in salt water occasionally, but not often. So alligators have a lot of teeth, as do crocodiles. They can have approximately 80 teeth in their mouth, and this is really cool. They are actually hollow. This is a tooth, as are these, and they break off, kind of like a shark's tooth, and they'll just regrow them. So in their lifetime, they can have 2,000 teeth.
Hi, I'm Jessica Gia, Park Ranger at Anahuac National Wildlife Refuge. We're here today at the refuge, and we're going to talk about alligators. People ask, how old do alligators live? Well, in the wild, on average, an alligator will live 30 to 50 years. But in captivity, they've been known to live 80 to 90 years. Another really cool thing about alligators that not many people know is that the entire body is covered in an armor. Underneath the skin that you see are actually pieces of bone shaped like this. These are called scutes. One fun fact about alligators is that you can estimate how big the alligator is just by looking at its head. The number of inches between the nose and the eyes roughly equals the number of feet from the tip of the head all the way to the tip of the tail. So this alligator measures about 9 inches from its nose to its eyes. Then, 1, 2, 9 feet in length. We hope you can visit us soon. See you later, Alex.